Thanks for joining us in Happy Friday from the Ohio AgNet, the voice you know with the news you trust studio. Sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Morgan Anderson. It's 54 degrees outside and cloudy. The wind is making it feel cooler at about 47 degrees. We can expect rainy conditions tonight until 6 p.m. Our low for this evening is 41 degrees. First up for this afternoon, we have a conversation from Ohio AgNet's Dale Minyo with the president and CEO of Keystone Cooperative Incorporated. Let's go ahead and listen in.
Joining me is Kevin Still, president and CEO of Keystone Cooperative Incorporated. Kevin, thanks for joining us. Give us a geographical area. Where does the Keystone Cooperative Inc. operate?
Well, Keystone Cooperative merged two great cooperatives as of March 1st, 2024. By coming together, we now have branches in Indiana, in Michigan, in Ohio, and in Illinois. And the four divisions that are our key businesses, one is energy, which is liquid fuel and propane. One is agronomy, one is grain, and one is swine and animal nutrition.
And the nice part about all of that for customers, you can serve a lot of their needs, but one of the big pluses every year for co-ops is patronage refund. What's that going to look like this year?
Well, I'm happy to announce our patronage this year is going to be $68 million. Of that $68 million, $56 million will be paid in cash, $12 million will be paid in equity. And one number we're extremely proud of is we are returning 100% of our profits derived from our members' business. And you might say, how can you do that? It's because of our non-member business is very successful. So it allows us to return all the profits we make off of our farmers' business.
Why would there be non-member participation? Why don't they just become members?
Because to be a member, you have to be an active farmer. And so, for instance, our home heat and propane business, where we have about 80,000 customers, is a very good non-member business for us. Some of our swine business that we have with Tyson is non-member. And then we have commercial fuel that's non-member. So that all helps feed our income. It allows us to do that.
Hey, Kevin, what's your website for people that want to find you?
Well, they can Google us online and find us at Keystone Co-op. Also on our social media site.
Keystone Co-op, check them out. Patronage refunds coming out, helps everyone who's involved and the community.
Thanks, Dale, for that conversation. Next up, let's take a look at today's agricultural headline, this one coming from Capitol Hill. RFK Jr. pushes for ag and food reform in confirmation hearings. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., nominee for Secretary of Health and Human Services, told the Senate that farm chemicals contribute to chronic diseases in rural America. He called for incentives to help farmers transition away from intensive chemical agriculture, warning that soil degradation could leave the U.S. with only 60 harvests left. Senators from both parties engaged with Kennedy on ultra-processed foods and obesity, while Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas noted that farmers grow what the market demands. Kennedy argued that U.S. food regulations lag behind Europe's. Some lawmakers, like Senator Chuck Grassley, urged Kennedy to stay within Health and Human Services jurisdiction, leaving farm regulations to the USDA and EPA. Meanwhile, Senator Cory Booker and Senator Pete Welch pushed for more support for sustainable farming. Kennedy's nomination now moves to a Senate committee vote, facing opposition, including from his cousin, Caroline Kennedy, over his views. A full Senate vote will happen soon. That was our headline for today. Now for a word from two of our sponsors.
Over 2,400 pieces of quality equipment will be up for grabs during the Ritchie Brothers Great Lakes Regional Sales Event on February 12th and 13th. Don't miss out on this huge selection of vehicles and machinery suited to a wide variety of industries and applications, including truck tractors, van trucks, pickup trucks, refrigerated trailers, excavators, flatbeds, and more. Level up your buying experience by taking advantage of our pre-sale in-person inspections. Registration for the sale is free and online only. Visit rbauction.com to get started. Again, that's rbauction.com.
Did you know that soybeans are the secret sauce behind Ohio's booming poultry farms? Each year, poultry consume a whopping 937 million bushels of soybean meal nationwide. This high-protein powerhouse keeps chickens and turkeys thriving, making Ohio number 2 in egg production and number 9 in turkey farming. From farm to table, soybeans power the farms that feed families. Brought to you by Ohio soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Let's recap how the markets closed, brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. March corn down 8 1/4 at $4.82. May corn down 8 1/2 at $4.93. December corn down 4 cents at $4.16 1/4. March beans down 2 cents at $10.42. May beans down 2 1/4 at $10.57 1/2. November beans down 2 1/2 at $10.51. March wheat down 7 cents at $5.59 1/2. July wheat down 6 1/4 at $5.84 1/4. And September wheat down 6 1/4 at $5.98. Those were your markets for today. You can find all that and more at ocj.com. Thanks for giving us a slice of your Friday. I'm Morgan Anderson, and this is the Ohio AgNet.